Hi, I'm Danny Treanor, and thank you for tuning in to clickorlando.com. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on with Bonnie. First of all, of course, it transitioned into becoming a tropical storm once it reached and went through a threshold of 39 miles an hour. It's now up to about 40 miles an hour. May peak out at about 45 as it continues to make its way closer and closer to the coastline of South Carolina. Now, the rains have already arrived. The storm itself is still about somewhere 100 miles or more offshore. So as it gets closer and closer at about 10 miles an hour, again, they're going to see the winds increase and the rains will get heavier, and they could get up to maybe 5 inches of rain in some parts of South Carolina. So that's going to be the big problem. Let me kind of show you the evolution of this as it moves into the inland areas. It's just offshore around 2 o'clock in the morning. Then it possibly hits land around 8 o'clock in the morning, and then by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's already starting to lose a little bit of strength here. Notice it went from 45 to 40 miles an hour. Now it's over land. Now it's deprived of some of the things that keep it healthy. And so it starts to degenerate. And it drops down to tropical depression status, and it continues along the coastline there, being mostly a wind and rain producer as it pushes on out off the coast of North Carolina. Now here's what happened today. Of course, it became Bonnie. And of course, it's going to have some sort of effect on our weather pattern here. Not so much that you'll see it in the sky, but at the beaches. It churned up the ocean enough that we have a problem with rip currents, and then it's going to take several days for that to subside. So by Monday, we're into good boating because there's not a lot of waves, but we still got that under the water rip current threat. 93 degrees is what happened on Sunday, and I can see the next couple of days doing more of that in 90s and 80s. In fact, there was almost a 10-degree difference between the high in Orlando and what it got up to Cocoa Beach. 10 degrees cooler at the beaches. What does that tell you? A lot of people are going to be going to the beaches this weekend. Here's a storm out in the Plain States, a troublemaker. Here's what's going to happen with Bonnie going up the coast to the eastern United States. We're going to continue to be warm. We've turned that switch on. They're not going to stop that anytime soon. But again, tomorrow, it's swimming is a problem. Boating, I think, starts to get a little bit better. We're going to keep an eye on the skies tonight because there might be some thunderstorms get rumbling around. Maybe some west coast stuff wanders this way and could give us some trouble overnight. But for the most part, this weather pattern is exactly what we would have any time of year with a 30% chance of rain, not only Sunday, but again, on Memorial Day on Monday. Overnight temperatures will drop down into the upper 60s or the low 70s. Orlando should peak out at about 71 degrees for an overnight low. Here's what's going on tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, 30% chance of rain. The peak of the day, we top out at 92 degrees, 30% chance of rain. We'll start out with 75, but we'll reach that 92 late in the afternoon. Some storms. It's summer. It's Florida. What do you think? Here's what's going to happen over the next several days. Monday, of course, looks a lot like Sunday, which looks a lot like Saturday. And then as we make our way through the rest of the week, Wednesday is the first day official of hurricane season, so keep that in mind. And we have a chance of rain, 30 to 40% for the remainder of the week. I'm Danny Treanor. Thank you for stopping by.